Okay, the caravan is here. It's here. It's at the border. It's at our door. And they're not really broadcasting it on other networks as far as I see. I don't have a TV. I watch the internet, but I'm looking at mainstream media, and they're like talking about impeaching Trump still. Like, I don't get it. Like, I hope that more people catch on and they see the real threat that this poses. I was hanging out with a friend last night, and I was asking her, and she didn't even hear about the caravan. She didn't even know. I was like, are you kidding me? How do you not know that there are thousands of people about to rush the border? This should be one of those important topics that people are talking about, and they're not talking about it. In the mainstream media, they're talking about, like, still trying to impeach Trump. Like, that's the most important thing. Like, we don't even care. Like, I don't, like, with nothing. They're trying to, anyway, I see, these people, and I saw a couple people, they had strollers. I'm like, really? They're going to climb that wall with strollers? Seriously? You expect me to believe that you walked almost 3,000 miles with these raggedy, cheap-ass strollers intact? Like, no, dude. Like, come on, dude. I know at least some of them probably got on the bus or they were given strollers. It just seems so staged to me. And then, if you look at Latino news or Latin news, it's still, most of them are, like fighting young men of fighting age. I'm sorry, men of fighting age. They're not being honest. And the mainstream media, when they have talked about them traveling, they talk about them, they just show the women and children. It's so sickening. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this fake ass news. Like, when are people... I mean, I can't believe that there are people that are still buying this. They're saying that there's still people in my comment section saying that it was, it was a midterm ploy. I'm like, they're still coming. Somebody was, they're still coming. They're here. The midterms are over. I don't understand, why people are so stupid. They're so fucking stupid. I can understand if people don't know, if they're not aware, but as I'm looking at the border or the map right now, California, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas, and all these people that just got displaced from their homes because of the fire, added to the people that are already homeless, that are already there, there are places in this country like Flint, Michigan, that they don't have clean water. There's still poverty in different pockets of the United States. And we need to take care of those people first before we can even take care, common sense, before we can even take care of these people that are trying to rush our borders. Are you crazy? And there's still people like, open borders, let them in. They just want a better life. Fuck you, dude. You're so fucking stupid. Do you have a brain? Do you see what's going on around you? And like I said, I drive for Lyft. So a lot of these people, they're just so, like, they live in, like, Neverland. They still think that better work's going to bring unicorns back. Like, I'm driving them to their gated communities and safe communities. They're not coming to your neighborhood. They're coming to our neighborhood. So, yeah, why would you care? Why would you care? You just want to look like, you're doing the right thing and using virtue signaling to make you feel morally superior. But you're not. You are, like, tell us to eat cake. You might as well just be Marie Antoinette telling us to eat cake, because you are so far gone and so far detached that you don't even have a grasp on the reality of the world around you. And I hope that they use, like, high-tech weapons to ward these people off. I mean, I was trying to, like, you could probably see the progression of my videos. I was having patience, but now I'm at the point where my patience is worn thin, especially since you have all these, communist activist judges that are blocking legislation to try and get the wall up, to get them to not apply for asylum. It's really showing that these people don't care about the American people, and that they really do have an agenda that doesn't have the American people in mind. I guess that's a good thing in that sense, but it's going to be frustrating, because if there are people that do get killed and hurt at the border, then they're going to be like, oh, Trump is a dictator, see, we told you, and to the rest of the world, I don't know, like, I've heard some people say, oh, it's going to look bad to the rest of the world if they shoot other people, and then I hear people say, like, Well, no, the rest of the world has a grasp of what's going on because they've seen what's happened to Europe. So I don't know. I mean, I hope it doesn't come to that, but then at the same time, I don't really care now because a lot of them are criminals. A lot of them with their, they're wearing Nike sportswear. I can't even afford Nike sportswear. The ones I do, I got from like the Goodwill or like, I got like secondhand. I have, I don't, like, I can't even fit, like, they're wearing Adidas and stuff. I'm like, are you kidding me? But they're poor. How are they able to make it up here, almost 3,000 miles with no food and water? Of course somebody gave them water. Of course somebody gave them food. Of course somebody gave them rides. And there's footage of this going on. I think I was in one channel where they were going through trash that the migrants left, and they were finding things like toothbrushes and wrappers of expensive food. And it's like, if they were coming from these countries, they wouldn't be able to afford these things. What is going on? Who is funding us? Obviously somebody is funding us. If you don't think that somebody is funding you're retarded. If you think that they just had a hive mind scenario situation where they all just decided to get up and walk toward the US border, you're retarded. If you think that they are migrants in search for a better life and the refugees, you're double retarded. Why didn't they seek refuge in Mexico or the countries outside of their country? Okay, there's no famine, there's no war, and there's no feast, well, they're getting, people are paying for them to be feast, but I mean, I don't understand the stupidity and the lack of common sense of a lot of people that are choosing to believe the mainstream media's lies. It's all lies. It's stupid. You're being played, y'all. You're being played, okay? You might get mad if you want to hear that, but I feel like the people that think that believe this stuff, they should trade places with the people that want to come here. Or they should be forced to open up their houses to let some of these people in. It's just ridiculous. So anyway, good. I'm trying to say channels that are showing this footage. Conciencia Radio, Alex Bachman, who was, I think he was saying his mom was Swedish and his dad was Mexican. He grew up in Mexico, so he's a very white-looking Mexican, but he speaks perfect Spanish and perfect English. And he's, poor guy, like, they're telling him to, pray for him because it looks like his life might be in danger because they're censoring him and they're telling him to be quiet and that he can now only say certain words because the UN is involved and the UN is behind this. And it's insane, this is all this thing. You guys need to look at, if you guys can Google George Bush's video, New World Order, YouTube video, George Bush, New World Order, Kalergi Plan, and he makes a speech about the New World Order. This is a plan, especially since Trump pulled out a few months ago of the UN, and people were laughing at him, but he's like, no, we're a sovereign nation, we have our own rules, and, the UN, this is like, this is a plan that they had already, but this is also payback, in a sense where they're gonna do what they want to do anyway. And then Alex Bachman guy I was telling you about, he has if you check his latest video in English, I actually made a copy because I think that they're probably going to erase it, but he was talking about that there was some law in their constitution that in the Mexican constitution that they overran, and they basically sold Mexico out. And now, technically, according to that law, because they're in with the UN, that those people in their land technically aren't immigrants because it's a world, no person is illegal, right? Immigrants in Mexico, it's the world, it's nobody's countries, there are no borders. So so basically their government sold them out. It's very interesting. I'll put a couple other, I forgot the other ones, they're in Spanish. But they're offering an angle on this that the mainstream media isn't covering if you want to get more information on this. And of course, RKTNA Network, who's been like at it like every day, doing live videos and translating Spanish stuff and information. And he needs more views, you guys, because he's the only YouTuber I really see doing this. and trying to push people toward his channel if they want more information on this. But anyway, pray for our soldiers, pray for the brave ass citizens that are going up there to fight to defend our country, and pray for the people that are in the migrant caravan, you know, that are innocent, that have been misled. You know, I'm really angry too, because they're basically using these people as cannon fodder, as pawns, to get hurt, to get, you know, they uprooted them and told them that it was okay to come here, and it doesn't look like it's going to end well for them. So anyway, all right guys, that's it, y'all. Peace, and love. All right, bye. Mwah.